Hi, this is Sungshan Chen. I would like to introduce one of my favorite course projects that I have done during my time in UC Berkeley. When taking a course called Data Structure, this is a course that using Java for most of its course projects. The project that I want to discuss about today is called Gitlet. What is Gitlet, you might ask? Well, if you are familiar with Git or GitHub, then you might be already able to understand it right now. This is a small version control system or a content checker, although it's apparently not as powerful as Git does. Basically, it can support Git add, Git commit, Git log, Git status, Git branch, Git checkout. Let's dive deep into this by showing a small demo. Right now, we have a Gitlet source code, and we have a test folder, which is empty for now. What we want to do now is I want to copy the source code of Gitlet into the test folder. After doing so, we can do something like git init. So if we are going to input this code, init, okay, so we can see there's a new .gitlet folder just newly created. Let's go in and see. So there are 4 folders and 1 header file just created, okay? And let's do something fun with it. Let's say we want to create a file called f.txt. Okay, so let's add something into this. Probably hello world, I guess, which is my favorite. Okay, save it. Okay, so what we can do right now is we can see the status of our Gitlet now. It's kind of the status function is really similar to Git status, which is also looking for the status of the currently folder. Okay, so if it enter that, we can see there's a branch pointing to master, and there are 2 untracked files. One is .ds store and the other one is f.txt. And f.txt is the one that we just newly created. So probably what we want to do right now is just to add it. Okay. So let's say we just add f.txt. And then we check the status of it. Okay, we can see f.txt is already goes into stage files. What is stage file, you might want to ask? Stage file is actually the location of the file that just added but not committed yet. Well, this implies what we're gonna do next is just to commit it. So let's create a new commit information, which is the first commit, I guess. Okay, right now it's already committed. For safety purpose, let's check out the status again. So right now, f.txt just disappeared, and we only left with .ds.store. I think that's not important, so I did not include that. Okay. So another thing we want to check is probably the history commit that we make, which is git log. Let's go in there and see. Okay, there are 2 commits available. One is the initial commit. This commit is actually created once we call gitlet init. The other commit, which is first commit, is the commit that we just made. Okay, let's do something fun with it. So let's say we want to change f.txt into something else. Let's say, how is it going today? Okay, save and close. So we can check it again. How's it going today? Save and close. And then after this, what we can do is we might want to check out the first commit, right? Let's say you want to kind of like, oh, I want to go back to hello world. Okay, that's just using a function called checkout. Checkout of what? Checkout of the commit ID that we want to go into, which is first commit. We can see the commit ID is just DCF121, right? Okay. So what kind of, like, what type of thing you want to add back? It must be a file type. So we can just input f.txt because we want to revert back the f.txt. Okay. Let's put that in and it becomes f.txt. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, it changed back to hello world. The new sentence, how's it going today, just disappear. Okay, I think that makes sense. This is really great. And the other thing I want to discuss about today is a branch function. What is a branch? This is similar to the Git branch that we have. So if we call the branch, this will create a new branch. Let's just name it new branch. For the checking purpose, let's see the status of it. Okay, so we can see branches is currently pointing to master, and we have a new branch available here. Well, in this case, we might want to check out new branch. Okay, so right now we are at the new branch. See the status again, it's pointing to new branch. Okay, no problem. Well, let's do something fun with it. Let's change our f.txt into hello world, sir. And then we might want to create new file like g.txt and h.txt. Okay, so both of it just newly created. And another thing is that don't forget to commit them. Add g.txt, add h.txt. And then we can simply commit with a commit information, which is new branch commit. Okay. Right now, what we are going to do next is we want to check out our master. Oh, I guess there's something wrong with it. So let's check out the status again. Okay, it shows f.txt is just modified. It's not staged or committed. So what we're gonna do is just simply edit. And then we wanna commit it again. Okay, so right now I think it is good to check out our master. Okay, we check out back into our master. And these two files, g.txt and h.txt, they just get disappeared. And we only left with f.txt. Let's look at it. Hello world without sir, which is great. For the experimental purpose, let's check out new branch again. Okay. f.txt, g.txt, h.txt, they got back. Let's look at f.txt. Hello world, sir. Great. g.txt and h.txt, they're supposed to be empty. Okay. Well, I think in the interest of time, I would like to end my presentation of this project now. So right now, I would like to show you my code structure. If we go into IntelliJ, and then let's go into project 3. Okay. So we can see that. Okay, so we are at main.java. This is the main function that I made. And then these are the files, the final files, switch statement, some checking statement, and there's a main.help, which is the main file that I have implemented. So what this file does is just like declaring init function, add function, log, global log, find, commit, remove, etc., etc. So this is the main functionality, the main file that performs most of the functionality that I just showed you. So there are a couple other files like blob, commit, merge commits, and many things else. So in the interest of time, I do not have time to introduce all of the functionality, but if you're interested in it, please contact me. I will show you each of the functionality respectively, if you like. And I think it's time to conclude my presentation. Thank you so much for your time. And I am looking forward to meeting.